I'd like to call to order the November 14th, 2022 Beechwood Board of Education meeting.
Dr. Salmiano?
Here.
Mrs. Sweet?
Here.
Ms. Stricker?
Here.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Here. First thing on the agenda is our recognition of guests, and we're really happy to have you here today.
All right, first of all, it's always a pleasure of ours to be able to recognize achievements of our students. It's actually one of the nicest things that we get to do. It's also even more fun when you gals show up as the ones toting the rings instead of those smelly football players. So we're super excited about that. But first I'm going to start, and we had two of our female golfers, Ellie Stam and Delaney Adams. Come on up, guys. We're both all-A tournament qualifiers, and Ellie was a first-round KHSAA state tournament qualifier. So congratulations, ladies. And did I see their coach? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't leave yet.
You all okay? Get in there with them.
Get in there. Oh, here, who's taking it?
Hop in there. Just hop in there. And Heather Mullins, coach. Is Heather here?
Yes.
Oh. Congratulations. Good job, ladies.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
All right, and I expect you guys to keep it up because at your all's ages, a scholarship should be dead in your guys' sights. That is one of the most needed scholarships to fill in all female athletics. So stay with it, stay with it. All right, now I have the great opportunity to recognize the KHSAA 1A state champions, the girls cross country team. And I'm just going to go down the list. I don't know who all's here and who's not. But first of all, ladies, congratulations. It was a pretty convincing win over LCA, and if I'm not mistaken, on all the cross-country teams combined on both sides, there were only 2 public schools that were in that group. And you guys are just the second female state championship team that we've had here, so so many reasons to congratulate you. But Caroline Amos Senior, Gracie Burnside, Lupita Diaz, Sophia Diaz, Ava Drews, Charlie Guerin was 12th in the state race. Isabel Ginter was 10th in the state race. Maggie Griner. Ann Harris was 22nd. Katie Hazard was 27th. Lena Holt was 28th. Naomi Howard, Maddie Hodepule, Willow Millen, Grace Mooney, Gwen. Now is Gwen here? Yeah. All right, tell me, because I always say it wrong. Or Zolly. All right. Lily Park was 2nd. Maya Rios, Grace Sizemore, Sarah Sizemore, Dory Smith, Allie Sodi. Thank you. I always want to say saute, but that's. I mean, it sounds like French, but when I say it, but yours is better. Ava White and Nora Wilkie was 19th. So, ladies, congratulations. Proud of you. Amazing accomplishment over the schools from Louisville and Lexington. Tickled to death. But I gotta put a prediction. I'm predicting this to be a repeat for multiple years, right? You all have so much talent. So I hope that you guys see that. I mean, a lot of talent. So well done, congratulations. Coaches, head coach, Ms. Trish Sturgeon, assistant coaches Tom Arnold and Cecilia Fuller. So coaches, well done, great job. No pressure on the next 2 years.
Hey, Coach of the Year.
Right? Coach of the Year?
Sure.
Oh, snap. She might be wanting a pay raise.
I knew she'd be embarrassed if I said that in front of everyone, but no, you're not the coach of the year.
Way to go. Excellent job.
Okay, next section is public comment. Has anybody signed up to?
No signups.
Okay. Okay, on to the discussion and action agenda.
You guys are welcome. It's fine. You don't have to sneak out. You're welcome to go. Ladies, it was a pleasure. Thank you all for coming very much. Both teams.
Okay, the only thing on the action agenda is the KETS offer. I'll take a motion to accept the KETS offer.
I'll go ahead and make the motion to accept and match the KETS offer of $16,585.
And just so everybody, we usually get 2 offers a year for technology. You have to match those offers to get the offer. So that will go for some of the replacement costs in
Mrs.
the
Strick
elementary school.
seconded that. I don't know if you heard
I
it.
did.
Yeah.
Melanie, sorry.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
We never have trouble matching it.
Yeah. I wish we got more of an offer, but our size, but every little bit helps.
Ready?
Yeah.
Dr. Salmiano?
Yes.
Mrs. Slate?
Yes.
Ms. Stricker?
Yes.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes. On to the consent agenda. I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
Second.
I always try to point out when something's not in the correct order, but the girls didn't know for sure on the cross-country before the last board meeting, so they weren't able to put that one on there. And then the band, that's really music, right? That's for their, the band concluded their season with a great second-place finish at BOA, but this is for KMEA, the all-state music and at John Hardin High School. You will still see some pay applications for 6A. I know you approved that, but now every time we come in and pay one of those subs, it'll be highlighted on that as well. That's all I have, unless you guys have something.
Anybody need to pull anything off or questions? No?
I'm good.
Okay.
You ready? Dr. Salmiano?
Yes.
Mrs. Slate?
Yes.
Mrs. Stricker?
Yes.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes. Okay, you're up.
All right. All right. Good evening, and thank you for joining us either in person here in the cafeteria or on the live stream for the November board meeting. I'd like to make a statement before we proceed with any of the rest of tonight's agenda. During my time at Beechwood, we have been focused on creating a school environment built on inclusivity, wellness, safety, and a celebration of our different backgrounds. Treating one another with kindness and respect is a non-negotiable cornerstone of our school community and one that is championed throughout a student's K-12 experience. But some recent events have caused our culture to come into question. I have stayed away from making any public comment because while behaviors were embarrassing and very disturbing, I did not see them as Beechwood stories, nor do I believe a superintendent needs to formally address alumni's behavior, especially when it's an ongoing criminal investigation. However, that changed when some questioned our culture and behaviors within this building. I'm speaking tonight as a parent of 2 graduates, a third expected to walk across the stage next May, and as a taxpayer, resident, and superintendent. I believe in Beechwood, and I believe passionately and unequivocally in what we are building together. A place that sets expectations, fosters excellence, and does so while caring for students, families, teachers, and staff, and all of our school community. We want everyone to succeed here and become the very best version of themselves. The Edge, for instance, is open to everybody, not just a limited few of our top students. The overwhelming majority of our graduates go on to make a difference in a host of post-secondary paths, and they make us proud every day. One of my highlights as superintendent is learning about all of their successes as they come back home for events and holidays. What I'm most proud of, however, is how we treat one another and go about our business in a professional, compassionate, and ambitious way. Unfortunately, recent media and social media articles and threads portray our school system in a negative light. As a school system, we must remember we take on all societal issues. What we can do is create a safe environment and address any situation we are notified about immediately. What we can control is our culture, our expectations, and our response. And I will tell you that if any allegations are brought to our attention, they will be dealt with swiftly, purposefully, and with our full attention directed toward the safety of everyone involved. It is how we've operated in my 8 years as superintendent and how we will continue to operate during my time here. Social media threads are inferring that bullying and harassment are part of our culture. That was a surprise to me, and here's why. Long before the incidents I mentioned ever surfaced, our Beechwood administrative team has placed a premium on school culture. It matters to us so much that we proactively ask for feedback from families and staff. We want the responses to be as candid as possible, and we always get great feedback on our parental wellness surveys in the elementary school. We get amazing feedback on our student and teacher impact and culture surveys across the district. Wellness is even a cornerstone of our 3-year strategic plan, and this committee is working to evaluate our policies, procedures, and expectations so we may continue to improve as a student, family, and staff member experience at Beechwood. At no time have bullying and harassment ever surfaced as systematic concerns in teacher and family feedback. But I want to know where we can improve, and it is my goal to be open and transparent, to be an open and transparent superintendent who is fully accessible to address any current concerns. Therefore, in addition to our Wellness and Culture Committee and the aforementioned surveys, I will be asking our Tiger ambassadors to create an additional survey for our student body and report their findings to the Wellness Committee. Students know what's happening, and we have to empower them to be a part of the process. I look forward to working with them and seeing those results. I have one important request before I close. Can we please move these discussions from from Facebook posts and the comments section and social media threads to my office or one of the principal's offices, either via email, a phone call, a Zoom meeting, or in-person discussion. These phone calls, meetings, and conversations are an integral part of a healthy school environment. Our community social media pages are riddled with accusations, insults, and beliefs that do not fit our mission or our mission for students. Our students watch these comments on what's being said on social media, and it definitely influences their thoughts and behaviors. It would be a great help if our adult communication modeled what we expect from our children. Anyone on my administrative team or the board would be willing to meet with you. We all share the love for Beechwood and want what's best for our school system. No matter what, we will continue working with all of our students on their personal wellness, maintaining a safe and secure building, and maintaining a collaborative and inclusive environment. We will continue to support the Wellness Committee on their research and suggested areas of improvement for the institution. And as planned, when they are done with their research and suggestions, we will ask for an external review of our policies, procedures, and handbooks. When you review all of this, we are leading the area of wellness and openly critique ourselves on how to improve. All important matters concerning your students deserve our personal attention with a phone call or face-to-face interaction. And Facebook is just not the correct venue for these topics, nor a place that provides solutions for important problems. School culture has mattered a lot at Beechwood for generations, as it does today and will tomorrow. And for good reason. It's a pillar of everything we do in these classrooms and hallways. Thanks. That's all I have for my report tonight.
I will take a motion to make the agenda part of the official board minutes.
I will move to make the agenda part of the official board minutes.
I will second.
Dr. Savignano?
Yes?
Ms. Slate?
Yes.
Ms. Stricker?
Yes.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes. Okay, other business.
Band.
Band.
Band
to
did
the
a really good
band.
job. I mean, anytime you beat, Bourbon was the 4A state champion, and they beat Bourbon. So that was a great performance by the band. Obviously, it's always an opportunity to have a state champion team recognized, especially one of our female sports. So I'm glad to see them continuing to improve. That's been a focal point for us as a board and superintendent, so it's really nice to see that happen. Playoff game, it's sometimes gets shifted because RPI, even my own son thought for a second we were playing Lloyd. We are not. We're playing Shelby Valley on Friday night. And then we will play the winner of, if we win, we will play the winner of Lloyd and Breathitt next Friday night. That will be the semifinals in the state championship, first Friday in December. And they keep saying we were going to be Saturday, but now they're doing 3 and 3. So if we make it to the state championship game, it'll be 4 p.m. on Friday. I think that's the 2nd. That's all I have.
Okay. I'd like to congratulate Mrs. Sleet and Mrs. Berger and Mr. Hood for being elected to the board. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Anything else?
Good on my end.
Just a couple of, in closing, a foundation for the stage and all lower part of the auditorium was poured today. So that's good progress. They lost their 3rd day last week, Friday, with rain. But overall, they're progressing very nicely. The next thing you'll start to see is they'll connect so there was a road coming up you couldn't see, right? But there's a road coming up from the lower part to the upper part. That's been removed. And so the next thing will be the auditorium, back of the auditorium wall that'll be poured, because that's where the steel sets for the floor. And then the walls will come up, and then the first floor steel will be set. They're projecting December the 15th on setting the steel. Hopefully that happens, because if not, I think it'll probably be after Christmas before they set the steel. The work on the back will start December the 19th. So we'll be a little bit of a mess December the 19th until mid-March. After basketball season's over, we'll expand, and the back will be pretty messy from mid-March until graduation. So that's trying to get as much as we can finished before graduation, because I know that's really important, to our seniors to graduate here.
Will that change the entrance to the baseball field during baseball season?
I'm sorry?
Will that change the entrance to the baseball field during season?
No, crowds usually aren't as big for baseball, so we feel pretty confident that we can take 2 rows of parking. Touch and go on whether or not we can keep the back loop during mid-March to the end of the year, because I would rather give that up for a couple months and really be able to rock and roll to try to get as much done before graduation. That's really the focal point, is once the weather really breaks, is to hit it as hard as we can hit it before graduation.
Yeah, the building looks great. Having the walls up just makes it feel like it's coming
Yeah.
along.
They set the doors, they're in the process of setting the doors on the top side, while they're working to do the other wall work on the lower. So, that's pretty good progress. They're about 3 weeks ahead.
That's awesome.
So weather has been very kind to us. So by December, I'll know, by the December board meeting, I'll know if we're on track for steel. If they can get that set before Christmas break, that would be amazing. That would actually put us 6 weeks ahead. But we're not gonna
Count chickens before the.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
I will know in December, and like I said, 19th is the start date, projected start date for the back. So, but it won't be too bad through the winter. They'll basically be doing foundation work, so it'll kind of move slow, and everybody will wondering what in the world they're doing. Then it'll really pick up when materials arrive. And then that'll put us You know, a lot of people are asking about the gym. That'll put us starting the gym at the beginning. This should be all cleared up right for school to start, so that'll put us starting the gym at the beginning of next year.
Next school year.
Yeah. We hope to do the inside over the summer so that nothing's lost, no seasons are lost. But then that back, the locker room area and that back hallway is going to be a mess, you know, for a significant amount of time.
Okay.
All right, that's all.
Anybody else?
Nope.
Okay. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second it. Thank you. All right, Dr. Saviano.
Yes, yes,
Slate,
yes,
Ms.
yes.
Berger, myself.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
thank you.
That'd probably be